Alright, what's going on guys, it's Jev, and this is just going to be a quick little setup video. A lot of people were asking what my setup was and everything like that, and I'm sorry for any of the shitty camera work. I was actually going to start recording in the bathroom just so you guys could see my face for a second, but for some odd reason at this particular time they decided to start watching Django Unchained, and I can't have the N-word being thrown around all in the background of my video. And if I do sound weird, it's because I'm still sick, and if my voice still cracks, you know, it's because my fucking voice is destroyed. This is my setup. I have 2 monitors and 1 TV. I'm just on the dashboard here on the Xbox 360 on my 32-inch Samsung TV. It's I have it set on 720p, but it is a 1080p TV. But I have it set on 720 for recording purposes. 1080 is just not very friendly for some odd reason on all these devices. And I have my Xbox One on top of my Xbox 360. Now, the reason I'm doing this right now is because I haven't fully transferred over to the Xbox One, because the majority of people are still on the 360, and I still do play the Xbox One from time to time, but I still am playing the 360 more than I am the One, so it's kind of just sitting there really. I do have FIFA playing right now, but I don't really play it as much as I do the 360 still, but I'm just waiting for more games to come out for the Xbox One, and I'll definitely be using it more, and I'll probably end up getting rid of my 360 within, I don't know, a year and a half, once everybody actually really transfers over. And here is my 23-inch Asus 2 millisecond response time monitor. I also have my little webcam on top, which is a Logitech C920. It's a nice, small, not too expensive webcam to do any face cam with, so I do highly recommend it. It's a Logitech C920. And back behind my monitor, I have my Astro A50 headset sitting right there. Is charging at the moment. I know this is actually a pretty crowded setup, but this is what I gotta work with for now. I actually don't want the third TV here. I actually have this TV here just so I can have the 360 and the One on at the same time. And this is a microphone that I use to record basically all of my videos. It's an Audio-Technica ATR 2500. A lot of people recommend the Snowball and the Blue Yeti and all that other stuff, but this is actually a cheaper alternative to those. I could go and buy them, but there's not much of a quality difference in my opinion. I have my old HP monitor. I think this is only 20 inches maybe, I don't know, something like that. This is probably the oldest thing out of this entire setup that I have. I've had this monitor for a really long time. I'm actually planning on getting a new one, but I just haven't really got around to it. I have a normal shitty little HP mouse and a normal shitty little HP keyboard. I actually looked into getting a new mouse and keyboard, but I don't know, the prices on a lot of those things they're just ridiculous. In my opinion, you don't really fucking need them. I don't do enough PC gaming to actually get a mouse that looks like a fucking transformer, so I don't know. That's just me. And finally down here I have my PC. I actually have my tower on top of a couple of boards so it actually can get some airflow underneath of it so it doesn't suffocate on the carpet. So I'm actually going to put the specs for this PC in the description, as I don't think I'll remember all of them, but I could try to name all of them. This PC costed nearly almost $3,000. It was almost $3,000. I'd say it was like $2,500, maybe a little bit more than $2,500 in total after tax and delivery and all that stuff for all the parts. This is built by a friend of mine. I didn't buy it off of a site or anything already built. I got all the parts separately because that's a cheaper way to go. The case for this PC is a Corsair 500R. It's a really nice case, and it comes with these nice little LED lights. I'm not a huge fan of all of these lights all over the computers, but it does look really nice, and I really do recommend this one because the airflow is amazing and it just looks really fucking metal. I also have an Asus Rampage motherboard with an Intel i7 4820K CPU. A lot of people actually have the i7 4770K instead of the 4820K, but I actually picked the 4820K because it is a newer CPU, and the 4770K in the future will bottleneck my performance before the 820 does. And I also have an NVidia Geforce GTX 780 Ti in my computer. It's probably one of the best graphics card out on the market right now. I have experienced no less than 60 frames per second. The fucking thing just performs phenomenally. It's actually a very expensive graphics card, but I mean, if you got the money to buy it, I highly suggest you do. I also have a Corsair 100i liquid cooler installed to keep everything nice and cool inside as everything runs. The thing works amazingly. I also have a Corsair 750 watt power supply inside of it. I have that just simply because I'm not sure if I'll be installing anything else in the future, and I need plenty of wattage for that. And as far as storage goes, I have a Seagate 6 gigabytes a second, 7200 RPM, 2TB hard drive for plenty of storage for all the things that I do with YouTube and all the footage that I record. It's plenty of space and it performs phenomenally. And I also have a secondary drive, which is my SSD, my solid state drive. It's a 500 gigabyte Samsung EVO or Evo, whichever one you want to call it. Now 500 gigabytes is a lot, 250 is a really good amount, but 500 seems to be a little bit overkill, but I wasn't sure exactly how many games I will be playing, so I decided to go with the $500. It was actually pretty expensive now that I think about it, but regardless, the solid state drive performs phenomenally. I actually save and run all of my games off of my solid state drive. The solid state drive is actually just a faster, smaller version of my hard drive, and that's why I play all of my games on it to get as smooth of an experience as I possibly can. So yeah, if you guys can't remember all of that, I'll put all of the specs down for my computer in the description. Oh, and I also have this little cage looking thing where I just hold all of my games basically, and I'm not going to dig too far, but my Elgato is actually behind my monitor. So yeah, I think that's basically it. I have a closet that I have all my clothes and shit in, my door, a light. I don't put shit on my walls, I know I'm fucking weird. And for some reason I have a random fucking plushie husky there. I'm not sure. I think I won it at a carnival like fucking 4 years ago. I don't know. I really don't know why I have that. But yeah, guys, I apologize for any sniffling or voice cracks that you heard in this video. I'm still sick. My throat is still killing me. But yeah, guys, that's my setup. That's everything that I use to make my videos for YouTube. And yeah, guys, it's been Jev. Later.